Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright, so we are actually going to start this video off on the hourly time frame, and I am going to point out that you had an inverse head and shoulders right here. Breakout, get back tested, and now you're off to the races. First things first, that is out the way. What's the next thing I want to get out the way? We come over here to the 15-minute time frame, and you have the same exact structure, bullish structure, might I add, going on over here on the 15-minute time frame. Above 416.70, which is the high of this candlestick, 416.68, you have nothing until you at least come up to 417.80. Where did I get that level from? Right over here. That was the low of this candlestick right here. Now, I am going to point out, I do expect you to do a little bit more than that. I am just going to say I want to see what happens here at this level, because here on the hourly time frame, you could see literally the level you broke down from. You tried having a battle going on here. The bulls tried stepping in, and then they slipped it. All right, they let it slip, and you completely lost it and went down, you know, guys, like $9 more there. That's pretty significant. All right, so we're going to see what happens at 417.80, but I'm going to say during this video, that level might even get tapped. That is what I'm looking for today. Now, I am going to say, I think it's pretty obvious that we are starting our ascent here back up. So I am going to put this on the chart right now. Now, if you're not new to the channel, then you know what I'm going to do. All right, right here, the fibs. All right, guys, we're going to be paying attention to our fibs. Now, say, Henry, what makes you think these are going to be respected? All right, well, let me show you what has happened in the past. First things first, right here. All right, you came up here, and this is on SPY. This is what everybody be trading. All right, SPX, SPY, they're both the same. All right, but this is, you know, this is what the majority of market participants are going to be looking at. It's going to be this or the Nasdaq, whether that be QQQ or NDX. All right, which, you know, doesn't really matter. They are both going to have the same technicals. Right here, you broke down, you bottomed, and on your ascent back up, on your retracement, you retraced right back into the golden pocket. And if it's just going to be a retracement, you're going to stall at the 0.786, the top end of the golden pocket, and you're not going to breach that level. Why? Because if you do that, it's probably not going to be a retracement. It's just going to be, you know, you have a full-on reversal. You're about to come right back to where your drop started from, or where your rally started from. All right. About that notification right there. All right. So we have one example right here. Well, what happened the next time? All right, the next time you literally came down and you stalled directly at your 50% retracement. All right, guys, so this is just what happened the last two times. I'm sure if we come back, we probably have a crap ton more these, you know, retracements happening right here. Oh, what happened? You came down to the 50% retracement, and then you went off the races. All right, this happens, you know, more often than not, which is why I am going to also bring this up right here. I know we have a bunch of, you know, you have these golden pockets right here, but we're looking right here. We got into the macro golden pocket. And where does this one stem from? All the way down here at 380, all the way up to 460. So this whole move right here, we just retraced this move, and we're now finding buyers stepping in at the golden pocket, right at the golden pocket. All right, you can break down from here. It was 412.35. It was the close of this weekly candlestick. That was the level that I would like to have held, which, you know, it kind of held. All right, you went a little under it, but, you know, I literally pointed out, guys, even if that doesn't hold, you're going to just find buyers somewhere in this golden pocket, and then you're going to start having this move back up. And then, all right, even if it is going to be a move down after that, it's gonna, I didn't know if it was gonna come a little further. To me, it does look like the bottom is in, but, you know, I'm gonna say right now, you know, we don't have any proof of that right now. I just know it's gonna be, you know, somewhere in here with all likelihood, unless we're crashing. All right, even for the bear case scenario, you're looking to come from this pocket up to this pocket, and then you want bears to hold that and do something like that. All right, that is typically how we are going to see these things play out. So that is what I'm looking for. I am looking for, you know, a big move up, whether that be corrective or not. I am looking for that move up. But in the short term here, all right, on the daily time frame, what are we looking for, guys? We're looking for at least that 50% retracement. Where is that going to be? Let's just take this off, and let's just go to the chart there. Where's that 50% retracement going to be? It's right here where you last stalled out, right around 424. All right, it's 423.50, right around there, but we'll call it 424. I am looking for you to at least come up to 424 before moving down and undercutting that low. Am I saying that low is going to be undercut? No. All right. But if you are going to undercut that low, I think it's likely that we at least have that 50% retracement up here. If not, the golden pocket, which would align with this previous support right here that was breached, and then you fell all the way down and you had 100% retracement, and then you had a new low. All right, guys. So that is honestly what I am looking at on SPY, and like we pointed out over here on the hourly time frame, you did have this break and retest going on right over here. This is where you're stalling out, and then on the 15-minute time frame, you could see that we were just literally consolidating here in the form of an inverse head and shoulders, and now you are pushing up. I do think we at least are going to push up to 417.80 before a pullback. Could be completely wrong on that. I got absolutely no idea. That is what your boy thinks, is likely from here. Because why? There's nothing in between here and here. There's just not. There's nothing. But, yeah, guys. I'm still looking for more upside. This is not all she wrote. All right, the last counter trend move. And yes, counter trend. If it's not going to be a counter trend, which I think, I think this move, this descent here, I think it's over. I think we're going to have, a full scale move to the upside. But even if it's just going to be a counter trend, we're still looking for these $15 to $20 bounces. All right, that was $20. That was 17 right there. We're still looking for that. I think it's going to be, something like, maybe we stay in a range here and put in something like something constructive like this. All right, maybe come back up here, do something like that. All right, and then from there, you would have this inverse head and shoulders. Now you know a level to be paying attention to. You know where the shorts are. Above there they get squoze. We don't have anything constructive going on here, but, if we are going to consolidate in a massive range here, I think we would probably look at something like that. Or you're just going to have a full-scale move, like I was just talking about, to the upside. It's not going to be retracement. You're going to get a $30 move. You're going to get a $40 move. All right? And again, it's just your counter trend move. We're looking for this. All right, guys? The fear and greed index over here is still in fair territory. We're looking for that to get out of there. It was at extreme fear literally the other day, and I don't think this is where you want to be getting extremely bearish. Like anybody who got extremely bearish here before this big old bounce here, all right, you got squoze. There was that. Now, given if you did, you were playing long, you got squoze to the downside there as well, all right? So there's that. But I'm just making my point. You saw this go from extreme fear all the way up to 35. We're not up there right now. All right, guys, on the last counter trend move, you saw this have a decent, move there. We have not moved at all from the bottom. We just put in over here. All right, I'm just putting that one out there. All right, now what else do we have that makes me think we're probably, we probably have the bottom? We do have FOMC tomorrow. All right, so you're gonna have the presser, you're gonna have the rate hike decision, okay, at 2 o'clock, and then at 2:30 you have Powell's presser. I don't know how these things are gonna go, but we've had a bunch of nothing burgers for months now. So my guess is they're not going to really change much. Maybe one or two things change in their language, but they're saying the exact same thing. I'll keep you guys posted tomorrow. All right. But as of right now, I have no idea how that goes. And then we also have Apple. All right. We have Apple that has earnings coming out. And let's just come over here to Mr. Apple real quick right here. And I'm going to point out, this is something, I almost live streamed last night just to go over some of these weekly setups here. Guys, things are looking too bearish. I don't know how you can, once you see it, guys, you can't unsee it. I saw this on the weekly time frame and I scaled down to the daily yesterday. I was like, whoa, what is going on here? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I'm not going to unsee this one. All right. I'm already wanting to get really bullish down here. And now you show me something like this. What the heck is going on? Can't believe I didn't notice this sooner. I'm literally looking at no lines here. I'm just looking at the weekly chart. I see, oh, you're consolidating here in a falling wedge. All right. And look at that. All right. It also comes with a big old bullish divergence on your daily RSI right before earnings. Now, I am going to point out there is, let me just see real quick. All right. I know there's one occurrence in down here. All right. Was it over here? No, it was over here where Apple saved the market, I believe. All right. Right over here. Okay. Apple ended up having earnings right here. You had an oversold RSI. It was literally sitting right above 30, just like we got going on right now. All right, guess what? You ended up having Apple save the day over here. Well, I'm sure, guys, this was during your, at the start of the bear market. I'm sure you had a lot of the fears that we're dealing with right now. They probably started back there. So you probably have, the same people getting extremely bearish. And then maybe more join the crowd side. And, because new market participants, that's what's going to happen as the cycle goes on. You know, but yeah, so there was one occurrence where you had the RSI, the daily RSI. Roast me all you want. This is a very simple indicator in which we're looking at a condition when it happens on the chart, and we're just seeing what happens after. All right, it's not me. We're not just solely relying on an RSI. I am just pointing out you are oversold going into earnings. You got a big old dump last quarter, but you were not by any means oversold. You were overbought. You're sitting up here. All right, you were right here at 49. And now what happened? Next day, you're at 33. All right, so that brought an oversold RSI. Now, there's also one occurrence over here in 2018 I saw where you also had, I don't know where it was. Maybe it was right here. All right, it was right here. All right, so guys, we got to go really far back, like 4 to 5 years back, just to get one of these occurrences where you had an oversold RSI over here. It's at 34. All right, yeah, right here, 35.77. And then boom, you end up tanking off of earnings 4% there. You did go lower in the coming trading sessions, but, it literally just put in this bullish divergence here on the daily RSI, and then you had a full-on recovery. All right, so let's just look from here. All right, you did end up falling 10% from there, but, if you just had waited literally just 1 month, you actually would have been up 8% from that point, from before you fell. And if you want to take it from the low, all right, guess what? That's a 20% move. All right, guys, I don't think Apple's going to screw the market. I'm going to be completely honest with that one. All right. It can, but we have this setup going into it. I would be, very surprised to see it tank out of this. Now that we have this, all right, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Maybe we do end up doing something like that. All right, maybe you break down from it. We saw QQQs. All right, let's come over to QQ. You broke down from your bull flag, falling wedge, whatever you want to refer to this at. You did fall down from it. And that's why I also want to see QQQ come up here and retest 351.36. That was the low of this candlestick right here. That is going to be your break and retest level if you have sellers. I mean, I can almost guarantee you're going to have sellers stepping in there. The question is, do they, are they strong there? Are they going to push you back down? Or are buyers going to squeeze them out? And then we actually start getting a move going. We're going to really have to see. All right, that is what I'm getting at. We have these events coming up. I'm just talking, yeah, they're, the Apple thing I'm talking about. Yeah, this is 100% speculation, but you know what? It's like educated guesses. It's educated speculation here going on. All right, you have a massive bullish structure going on here. You got the bullish divergence going on in the daily RSI. You're right near the 200 MA. I think it's a pretty solid, like, look, you undercut this over here and then you just literally recovered it. I think we probably are going to see something like that. As of right now, things are looking pretty, I don't want to say super bullish because we still need some confirmation, but I told you guys what level to really be paying attention to is right over here. All right, is the high of this candlestick right here, 415.94. Once you did break above there, guess what? Things are changing. We broke above there. You had this inverse, you literally broke out, retested it, and now you're pushing up to a new high. Guys, we're looking, okay? I don't care if you stall out here for a little bit. We're looking for this. We're looking for you to get up here. Either it's going to be 424 or it's going to be up here at, towards 430. One or the other. But that is exactly what I'm looking for. Nothing's changing about that. We do have FOMC tomorrow. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Come over here to Mr. VIX. What happened? VIX is crushing. Why? Because you have a triple bearish divergence going on. Even if you just spiked, you're going to backtest this. Like, this is why I say, guys, even if we stall out down here, all right, and consolidate for a little bit, put in something like that, guys, don't get super bearish. VIX is, if we drop again, VIX is just gonna, now, given that we're now down here, if we drop, we have a lot of room here. I will give you that one. But when we're up here, it didn't matter. All right, you had, one more day of downside over there, and then you would have just been backtesting that, and you would have had a quadruple bearish divergence. All right, guys, so I think I rest my case here. ES, by the way, does have this inverse head and shoulders formation right here, and you do have a zone being the neckline here. I decided to go with that. I want to see the high of 4205 break. If you can break 4205, I think you're probably going to at least come up here into the top of this fair value gap. If not, you're going to go straight to the next supply zone up there, which will be, yeah, 4272. Where's that, guys? How big of a move is that? That is a 1.6% move. You're going to want FOMC or Apple on your side. Those are the catalysts to be paying attention to. One of those could be the thing that boosts you. But keep in mind, like if we fall on FOMC, I'm going to be looking for Apple to save the market. Like, or Apple, tanks it and really, we consolidate down here and do what I just said. All right. It's one or the other. We're either going to rally off of these things or it's going to, prolong the inevitable, which is we're going on a rally, guys. This thing has fallen for 4 months. All right. With that being said, I got to get back to work. I'm just on my break right now. NVIDIA, guys, very quickly, we do have this head and shoulders formation over here. You did start breaking down from here. I would be watching for a weekly close underneath this zone. That is personally what I would be paying attention to, because as of right now, you're just having buyers step in down here. You got a bullish divergence on this RSI, and things aren't looking the worst. Look at this hammer candlestick. All right. Those are my thoughts. Wait for the weekly close. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh, DIA continues to be a strong guy over here. Look at DIA. All right. With that being said, now I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.